On the last episode of Sailing Free Spirit, we sheltered in Pwllheli for 2 days whilst waiting for a storm to pass. Once we had a good weather report, we headed out for a short 27-hour journey further south. A very unexpected weather cell hit us really hard, and we were grateful for the watchful eye of the Angle lifeboat who just happened to be out on exercise that day. We made it safely to Milford Haven and slept for another 2 days. And in this episode, we make it back home to Plymouth. Well, it's a very still looking Saturday morning here at Milford Haven, and we're getting ourselves ready to head off. It's 6:15 in the morning and we just need to get the boat ready before we go over to the fuel pontoon. We radioed in yesterday. We've booked our time at the pontoon for 7:15, which is why we're up so early. It doesn't take this long to get the boat ready, but it takes a while for us to get ready and to have breakfast, cup of tea, go for a shower. At 7:54 we are allowed to enter the lock gates, and then basically we're going to spend 95 miles on exactly the same tack. That big cat there was sharing the lock with us, and ahead of us there is Solent Mischief, and Solent Mischief will be accompanying us all of the way to Penzance on Newlyn, wherever we end up.
Well, I can't honestly believe that I'm doing this again. 2 days on. I guess it's like riding a bike, you've just got to do it. But frankly, I would rather be just on a motor in nice calm seas. We've actually got moderate seas at the moment. We had a couple of squalls come through, but glad to say the forecast is it's going to calm down as we get to Landsend. Obviously, that'll be nice to have an easier end to the day, as opposed to a bit of a challenge once you're tired. All right, well, just fingers crossed for this.
Well, I've just been enjoying the ride at the front of the boat for a little while. It's been nice. We're about to head more south than we are at the moment. I need to get back to adjust some sails for Nina. What do you reckon to the size of him, Nina?
They've become our friends, these tankers, over the last few weeks. I quite like him.
They're not as big as some of the others we've seen, is he?
No, he's tiny. But yeah, I have respect for the amount of goods and things that come to us by boat. Brilliant. Keeps our country going.
Farmer Coastal, this is Coastal, 22 Bravo Coastal, 22 Bravo, channel 16, radio check.
We're sort of well out of the way, the ship's in here by the looks of it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I can't see it yet. Oh, let's get my heading right. Yeah, there was big waves back then, wasn't there? Real surfing.
It's nice, it's comfortable, we're quite enjoying it actually, over.
Good morning. And there are our friends in their boat, side by side, 120 miles. How you feeling, Richard?
Cheers. It's very, very cold. I think I'm colder now than I was most of the night, actually. It seems to be quite chilly now.
It happens like that in the morning sometimes, but also when you're tired, I think, you get more cold.
Yeah, definitely tired.
It's been an exhausting day.
Coastline. We've just gone past the Minack Theatre. There's a cave there. I don't know if you can see the cave. It looks very exciting, that cave. It's proper cave shape, like when you were a kid and you draw a cave. It had been fantastic sailing in company with Solent Mischief. Martyn and Sarah had contacted us on the hour, every hour, throughout the night, making sure that both ships were safe and happy. And we bid farewell to them now as they went on to Penzance, while we turned into Newlyn and awaited a couple of days for our friends Toby and Laura to join us. So, Toby, we're not gone to the Scilly Isles today, have we? Because of the bad weather?
Yeah, not quite. We decided to take advantage of the conditions and head to Falmouth instead.
It doesn't look like it's very bad weather at the moment, though, does it?
No, it doesn't after all that. But tomorrow, I believe, it will be.
Yes.
I think getting there we've been okay. It's the coming back. We don't want to get stuck in miserable fog. It wasn't foggy at least, but
No, that's good.
so that's a big bonus.
There was a promise of fog, which thankfully is no more. It was so much fun to have somebody on board with us and to sail the boat for us. Nina and I really chilled out, with Toby, a qualified yachtmaster, in control, and Laura well on her way to her day skipper ticket. Thank you, guys. How was that?
It's wobbly. I've got no sea legs at the moment. I feel like a Bambi's first step.
You made it.
I did. We got the rations.
Just as we arrived in the mouth of the Fal, all of the promised bad weather arrived, and with Nina and Laura on the helm, I was chilling out while Toby did some navigation.
So the reason I'm going in between is because we're sort of cutting off the corner, but we could go to the right of the red.
Yeah, either
No,
one's
that's
really
fine.
nice.
No big deal, big deal.
The thing is, there's like,
Yeah, it's great.
there is a cardinal boy after, like an easterly we're looking for once we get past that rock, that rock.
Tucking into the vegetarian shepherd's pie, made with sweet potato and many beans.
Everyone had spent the month reading it and they'd read it straight away. They were like, what happened after that? And I could actually quote things from the book, and I remember the names of people, and they were like, oh, she really did take it in, even though I took it in at one point.
Yes, I've turned your OLAFs on.
We are sat in Foy, and it's our last day.
Last day.
Yeah.
You love it when I repeat after you say, isn't it?
We've done 62 miles, 62 days away, and 1,600 miles, and it's all starting to feel really easy because we're nearly home. How do you feel, Richard?
I use my fingers like everybody else. No, I'm glad that it's nearly over. To be honest, it's been quite a long 9 weeks, 62 days. Be glad just to get home and not have to go somewhere, so I don't have to go to the next marina, or I don't have to beat the tide. I can just hang out on the mooring in the Plymouth River, quite frankly.
Yeah, every day it's been looking at the forecast. It's one of our little habits, and of course, and just looking at where we're going, miles and rates, and it's been a lot of maths actually for me. But Rich has taken on a lot of the responsibility of just managing the boat. He's left me off the hook quite a lot, which I'm glad of, but I think it's taken its toll.
There's been a lot of oil changes.
Which I have not done. Thank you. But yeah, I'm glad to get home, but it's going to be slightly strange to get back to like normality, where none of that exists, and back to the pressures and things in different ways.
Back to normal work. Boom. bonjour, we are here for France.
You are immigrating towards the Plymouth?
Long road, this is Henri, come on. Do you know what I'm doing?
No idea. Laughing at your voice. We are coming into Plymouth, and it's just all of a sudden got very excited. We put some flags up, and we've had a guy on a rib come over to us and say he's got champagne for us. So we have been followed over our 1,600 miles and our last 2 months away. But it was something that I wasn't sure about coming back to Plymouth, that is. But it feels good to be coming home.
It does. It does. I have not had to dodge, and I've not seen as many boats in 2 months. Even Dover wasn't this busy. Even the Thames wasn't this busy. Humber might have been this busy, but we couldn't see it because there was no visibility. But it's so busy here in Plymouth. It's amazing.
It's lovely, and it's colourful, and it's familiar, and there's so much going on. It's great. There we go, Plymouth Home, and the lighthouse on the land. We had an amazing welcome. We couldn't believe our eyes. We had friends and family who were there unexpectedly, clanging saucepans, cheering, waving. It was such a fantastic end to a brilliant trip. Amazing welcome. Thank you, Town Chapel. Woo! Thank you. Woo!
And to complete the whole circle, the young man that was there to throw our lines off when we left Plymouth was there to catch them as we arrived home.
Right, pull it in, Josh. Here we go. You are in.
Counting our road.
Hey! Okay. That's all left.
This long. Forgot to turn the engine off, I was a bit excited. This is L1, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, champagne there at the bottom of that. Did you see that?
Bubbly. It is real champagne. Wow, thank you, Rob. And thank you for everyone that supported us. It's just been fantastic to be such a team effort, even though lots of people couldn't go anywhere this summer. And we feel like we've been travelling vicariously for you. So, and it's so good to be home as well. There's no place like home.
So there you have it, 62 days, over 1,600 miles and 1 trip around the UK. We really don't know what's going to happen next in our lives, whether we're going to head off again around the world. It's a mystery to us. But do make sure you subscribe and press that bell button and you'll be sure to find out. Thank you very much.